All right, kicking things off with Smirnoff, the official vodka sponsor of the NFL and the number one vodka in the world. Chris Cody, you're here.
Smirnoff!
Wow, you're on the money with Smirnoff.
Smirnoff!
Chris, you know what goes great with Smirnoff?
Smirnoff!
Yes, but I'm really talking about game day fit. The style's got to match the vibe.
Smirnoff!
All right, here's the deal. Game day is everything, and that's exactly why your fit has to match the occasion.
Smirnoff!
Starting this December, Smirnoff is giving fans 21 and over the chance to score limited edition Smirnoff commission merchandise from some of today's top creators, including Kayla Jones, Gavin Matthew, and Aleli May.
Smirnoff!
Here's the kicker. One lucky fan will take home the grand prize, a trip to the biggest game of the offseason. Plus, one fan will win Aleli May's one-of-one game day jacket.
Wow.
The merch will be dropped on select dates from December to January 21, and it's all courtesy of what brand?
Smirnoff!
That's right, Chris. Fans 21 and over can head to Smirnoff socials to learn how to sign up. And don't forget to grab a bottle of Smirnoff vodka, number 21 at your local retailer.
Smirnoff!
Please drink responsibly.
Smirnoff!
Number 21 vodka distilled from grain, 40% alcohol by volume. The Smirnoff Company, New York, New York. Please do not share with anybody under legal drinking age.
Smirnoff!
No purchase necessary. Must be legal U.S. resident, 21 or older. Sweepstakes starts 12/15/2025 at 12 a.m. Eastern and ends 1/23/2026 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. See official rules at program website.
Today's episode is brought to you by Venmo. Look, no matter how your favorite team does this season, there's still one way to feel like a winner, and that's with Venmo. That's because when you use Venmo to transfer $50 or more to a DraftKings DFS account for the first time or the first time in 3+ months, you'll get $25 in DraftKings bonus credits. Terms apply. Just go to DraftKings.com/Venmo offer to activate your offer. Then choose Venmo to add funds to your DraftKings account, add $50 or more, and boom! 25 bonus credits will appear in your DraftKings account if you're eligible. This offer is only good through February 15th, 2026, or while supplies last, so don't fumble your chance before time runs out. Here's the deal. Venmo is a fast, easy way for you to add money onto DraftKings. And if you don't have a Venmo account yet, don't sweat it. You can download the app and sign up in minutes. So what are you waiting for? Just add $50 or more to your DraftKings DFS account with Venmo, and you'll get $25 in bonus credits. Go to DraftKings.com/Venmo offer and go get that bonus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. 18 plus in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. Eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. One per customer. Minimum $50 transfer from your Venmo account to DraftKings DFS account. $25 reward issued as non-withdrawable DK Dollars site credits that do not expire while rewards last. 20,000 total transfer redemptions available. See terms at www.draftkings.com/Venmo offer. Ends February 15th, 2026 at 11:59 p.m. Eastern.
Every day at Sierra, you'll find top brand apparel, footwear, and gear for 20 to 60% less than department and specialty store prices. And during clearance time at Sierra, those incredible prices are 40 divided by 2.5, carry the 1, even lower. And when you shop clearance at Sierra, you can save a whole lot more on everything you need to get active and outside. That's a lot of saving. Epic brands, vast selection, teeny tiny prices. That's Sierra. Visit your local Sierra store today or shop online at Sierra.com.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz podcast.
We needed to get an expert on to talk about the question that plagued us for 24 hours from yesterday, which is if a piece of pizza walked, would it walk? If it walked upright, not slithered across the floor on all fours, but if it walked on two legs, would the crust be at the bottom or the top? So we went to get Spice Adams, who is here on behalf of Red Baron Pizza, so that we can get some expertise on this subject. And we now welcome in the former NFL player. He's a comedian, he's a host, he's an entertainer. And we ask him the question, what is your vote here? Thank you for joining us, Spice. What is your vote on how a piece of pizza walks? Is the crust at the top or at the bottom?
How it walks?
If it had two legs,
it's a good question.
We're painting an odd picture.
It is a good question for you to ask. I appreciate that you interrogate me that way. But yes, that is the question I am asking you. If it walked on ostensibly two legs like a human being.
Has to be the weirdest question he's ever had to start an interview.
Upright, you think? But it's why we're having him on behalf of Red Baron Pizza. He is here as an expert. It's the reason we're having him. So answer the damn question, Spice.
On the bottom. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, but what do you consider the bottom? The crust or the pointy end?
The crust goes on the bottom, he's saying.
The pointy end.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. All right, so it's settled. Cool. I'm sorry that we frustrated you.
I mean, that's how I would picture it, walking.
Yeah. Although humans, slender point is at the top. We didn't discuss that.
You know what? Put it on the poll.
Well, he don't really do leg day.
Put it on the poll
Pizza
at
really don't
Lebatard
do leg
Show.
day.
Is the bottom of the pizza the pointy end or the crust? Because I thought the crust was the bottom end of the pizza. That's how I was thinking.
Do you
of
eat it backwards?
No, but
Okay.
I was just
Pointy end's the
thinking.
bottom.
I get what you're saying, but I never considered it before this moment.
Do you even eat pizza, Dan?
Y'all must argue all the time.
It's an important conversation.
It is.
Got to.
I'm glad we're having it. I also wanted to talk some football with him, but before I do that, I wanted to talk a little bit about your ascent into entertainment. How did you get involved with Shaquille O'Neal? Where and when did you know that you wanted to be something in entertainment beyond being a football player?
Well, this entertainment has kind of been what I've been doing my whole life. You know, I don't have any brothers and sisters, so I always wanted to entertain people, so they always want to come back over to my house. And then by the time I turned 14, I've been this same size and height since I was 12. When I was 12, I was 290 pounds. And so I looked like a grown man. My mom took me to a Little League practice, and they thought I was one of the coaches. They said, you know what, just for fun, have them get on the scale. And then I was 290 at 12. So I've been right. So when I turned 14, my mom made me play football, and I've been playing football ever since. But when I retired, I felt like, man, what am I gonna do now? And I just kind of gravitated towards entertainment because that's all I've been doing my whole life. So everything all worked out. And it's been a great ride, man. I had a lot of fun, but I like to shout out all my teammates, man, who dared me into doing it, man. They was like, man, go out there, man. We see how funny you are in the locker room, but nobody else really get a chance to do it. So shout out to Earl Bennett, shout out to Chris Harris, because they were the main ones who were like, man, you need to get on this social media stuff. You built for it. But all I wanted to do was play football and have my fingers look like this.
Yeah, I was just noticing his fingers, Dan. How'd that happen?
Yeah, they all jacked up.
No, wait a minute.
I'm throwing up the west side, and I ain't even really doing this. Like, I'm not, like, this is just how my fingers are. I can't put my fingers on a flat surface. They all just pop right up from grabbing all these years.
You say, how did that happen, Zaz? That is something that football players just laugh about, right? The dislocated finger, the idea that you would catch your finger between helmets. You guys are built differently than the rest of us, right? You can't pull change out of a place. What are some of the things you can't do because of what football has done to your hands?
Like get out of bed, maybe.
Well, your hands. I wasn't talking about the entirety of your body. I'm just talking about your hands, because people don't understand what it takes to do what it is you do and what the sacrifice is.
Yeah, this is just kind of what you signed up for, man. Like that's how you can tell if somebody plays defensive line or not. You can just look at their fingers. But this is what you signed up for, man. And you know, sometimes it's hard to put on gloves because all your fingers they're like. Have you seen Torrey Holt's fingers?
Yeah.
Like his fingers.
It's a
like,
90
look like they got a mind of their own. Like all his fingers look like they're getting lost.
They can't be
like,
Brian
they all look
Baldingers.
like they're just doing like this. Like
Torrey
they're all
Holt-
going different. I don't know how he put gloves on.
His job is to catch footballs, and his pinky finger is a 90-degree angle. It's insane.
It looks like Anthony Munoz's fingers, just like this.
I thought.
It's
I thought Baldinger was the standard there in terms of weird fingers. I didn't think that wide receivers had that problem, though. I thought it was interior linemen more than wide receivers.
Catching balls from Kurt Warner, Dano?
We're pulling
That's
up.
how you know he catches with his hands.
Those are Torrey Holt's hands. We're showing the audience Torrey Holt's hands right now.
His fingers are ridiculous. I'm telling you, they all look like they're getting lost.
I want to ask you a handful of football questions about what you presently see happening in the league. When you see Ben Roethlisberger throwing out the idea that Mike Tomlin should leave the Steelers to go coach Penn State, your alma mater, your alma mater is in disarray because James Franklin has left and took the recruiting class with him.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't. Roethlisberger said that?
Yep.
That's it. You know, as much as I would love to see that, I love Terry Smith. I think they should just hire Terry Smith. I mean, he's played there. His dad played there. Like he's a legacy. And he understands everything there is to know about Penn State football. He's passionate about it. And he's took a team that was, they didn't know where they were going to go next. They were lost. He took a team that had someone take their leader from them, and he got them to get to a bowl game. He got them to get that fire again. He's speaking to these kids' parents to let them know, like, hey, they're still in good hands, even though we fired Coach Franklin, but I'm here. So he has these players, like, in his corner, and they love him. And he has these guys on fire right now. So why not hire from within and hire someone who understands Penn State tradition? So I say keep Terry Smith.
Spice, you're a very famous meme where you're in the yellow jacket, rubbing your hands together, crooked fingers, behind the tree. When did you realize, whoa, like, this is a really famous meme now?
I knew it was famous when I saw what I was looking at. I was looking at a Red Baron pizza. This Red Baron pizza.
This guy gets
right
it. I
here.
think you've been asked this question on this story
This
before.
is bullshit. This is his segue into promoting the
looking
pizza.
at this Red Baron
That's not
pizza.
true in any way. He's totally lying right
And
now.
guess what? If y'all into fantasy football league, y'all could get this humble pie. Y'all can get this humble pie at redbaron.com/humble pie between now and December 15th. If you lose in fantasy football league, you ain't got to worry about sprinting a marathon and doing all that crazy stuff. Just eat you some humble pie, man. Got the Red Baron Carolina Reaper sauce on there. Got the spicy mozzarella ghost pepper cheese. It got cayenne pepper on the pepperoni, habanero, jalapeno, and habanero flakes all over the pizza. That's what I was looking at behind the tree like this.
Seamless.
Spice, that is nonsense. What you just did, you just turned on the promotional.
The man's an entertainer, Dan.
You turned on.
I didn't even notice. What did he do?
The promotional
I
red
was just
light.
telling you I was just answering y'all questions.
That was
What
an
you
ad?
talking about?
I'm gonna get a humble pie.
I don't even think that pizza
Please
was invented.
do. Go to
when he did that.
redbaron.com/humble pie. Now in December 15th, you can do that.
Get out of here.
That pizza was not invented when you did that.
Get out of here, Spice.
I don't believe you.
And when I say get out of here, I don't mean it sort of figuratively. I'm telling you,
We have to
leave.
wrap.
You have to
We
go.
have to wrap,
You
Tony.
have to go. Get out of here, everyone. You, that lady, that
Tony,
lady-
we gotta go.
Get out of here. Who is that person talking to me, yelling? We gotta go.
We gotta go, Tony.
It's a hard out, Tony.
Tony,
it's a
Tony.
hard out.
All right.
Did you
Bye,
see what he
Tony.
did?
Your real name is Tony.
Take a bite of the pizza.
Did you see what
Get out of
Spice
here.
just did to me? Spice just
bring the whole thing down.
That pizza does look good,
Spice,
though.
we gotta wrap.
Contrivance.
Ah,
We heard you the first three times. The first three times we got to wrap.
Samson?
We got to wrap.
Hey, man.
There's an
Wrap,
urgency
wrap,
here.
wrap.
Just end Zoom. End Zoom.
Get out of here.
End Zoom.
And the Zoom. Spice has to go. Get Tony out of here. Everybody
Tony, you
out of
have to
here.
go. You
Tony,
have to
out of
go.
here.
Rap. They call him the rapper.
That was
That's a great
total,
Cody song.
unequivocal bullshit. What just happened at the end there?
What was that song?
How did that lady get on our
I
air?
wanted to ask him about the Great American Baking Show. Jeremy wanted some advice on how to be a game show host.
That's all I want in my
He
life.
had to get his plug in. He knew he had a hard out. I didn't know he had a hard out. Tony didn't know he had a hard out. And
Tony,
then
we
that
gotta
woman
go.
started
You really messed
yelling
that one
at
up,
us.
Tony.
That woman just started screaming at
Tony,
us.
we
And it's a shame. I could have talked to that guy forever. Our chemistry was incredible.
How is it that person ended up live on air with us?
I thought it was David Samson, like a drop of David Samson saying, we got to rap, Tony. I was like, where is
They're on
he?
the Zoom listening, and then they mic themselves. That used to happen when we were on the radio. I used to get a
All
phone
the
call on the other
time.
guest line, like, I'm trying to tell him.
Sometimes it'll be on the air. Sometimes on the air.
Sometimes, yeah.
But how is it?
First time on Zoom.
Okay, let me explain something to Red Baron and that lady.
I don't like that lady.
Your time constraints cannot be so 10 minutes that you're yelling at me in the middle of what it is we're talking about out here and saying we got to rap Tony in the middle of the program that we're doing.
And stop trying to break up with me. We broke up with you first. The tie goes to Dan. He said, get out of here well before they said we got to rap Tony.
And the reason I
Oh,
said...
we just figured it out.
I know who Tony is. I figured it out. Spice Adams' name is Anthony.
Yes.
Oh
my God.
I mean, I cracked that code. Seymour and also.
His name's Tony, Dan.
got by me. Thought he was talking to him.
I'm still angry about what Tony did to us there, where Zaz asked a legitimate question about the meme, and he went straight into his promotion because he knew he had a minute left before Tony had a hard out, and that woman started yelling at everyone in our audience, including Tony.
Specifically me. I was like, I didn't even say anything. What do you want me to do?
She wasn't talking to him.
His name is Tony.
A couple of Tonys coming up.
We need to make sure that we talk to the good people at Red Baron and never let them do that again to us.
I like Red Baron, Dan.
I like Red Baron a lot, actually.
It's a good frozen pie.
Yeah. I don't know about that.
The humble pie.
The roast pepper sauce. That made me choke.
That was
a
good
little
for
bit,
Red Baron, though. Like, that's...
You were saying, Tony, that you like Red Baron at least in part because as it relates to pizza that's easy to make for yourself, it's extra doughy. That you've got that it's not flimsy with its doughiness. It's you like it.
No, but sometimes the Red Baron, they got the thin cut.
I like the thick.
Oh, you like the thick?
I like
the thin cut. It's like a very not cracker, but very tough, very crispy. I like that.
I like it thick with 2 C's.
We have to rap.
How does that not sound like David Samson?
We have to rap.
Well, it does sound like David Samson. But
I thought it was his.
This might be a guy.
I also thought it was an old woman, though.
We have to rap.
I feel good about that.
Well, do you feel good about it being an old woman or an old man?
We have to rap.
Yeah, to me, that sounds like a woman.
I think it's a man.
We have to rap.
Yeah, I think it's a man.
It's an aggressive.
I think we should stay in these waters.
It's an aggressive. Well, look, it already got to awkward. We might as well stay here. It's a specialty of ours. I've got some random person yelling at Tony that we didn't know was his name. I've been referring to him as Spice the entire time. I didn't know he was Tony. I thought he was yelling at Claudiude, and I didn't know where the voice came from. I also didn't know, as an added bonus, whether it was just in my ear or everybody was hearing it. Like I had the same thought because I've got a bit of air traffic control system in my ear where I've got 17 different voices, and then you know what my reaction is? And it should never happen on our show. Yeah. My reaction is, who the hell is that?
You almost screamed at Lewis. I saw it. You almost did.
It felt like a Lewis mistake. I'm not gonna lie when it was happening.
I didn't know whether it was private, whether it was public. I didn't know whether it was this Tony. I didn't know that Spice was named Tony. I didn't know we were out of time. I didn't know there were time limits with Spice Adams. Nobody informed me of anything. What is the great urgency with Spice that he's got to get out of here after exactly 9 minutes with such urgency that he crams in his promotion, and furthermore, and I don't like this part either, turns on the energy the moment it is time to just chill pizza.
Mm-hmm. And I'll pull back the curtain. He was early.
Yeah. He was 10 minutes early.
This was a 10:30 Eastern hit.
We have to rap.
You have to rap for who? Us?
I would like to have a conversation with the people who gave us Spice Adams, in which I explained to them, and I'm going to try and keep my hostility down. You didn't let me ask about the Great American Baking Show. You didn't tell me that I had a limit on my time. You got him out after 9 minutes, and the only thing that he did at the end that had energy was shill pizza. And that's bullshit.
That Penn State answer, though.
He was surprised by that. I was breaking news.
The interim was 3-3.
That's why.
We have to rap.
Really rallied those troops.
I feel good that that's an old woman.
You're sure? Because I'm not.
We have to rap.
And put it on the poll as well. Does David Samson sound like an old woman? Because
we have to rap.
It does sound like David Samson. I can't dispute.
We have to rap.
I thought it was in my headset. We have to rap Tony, and I'm listening. I'm like, okay, like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, Dan's doing the interview.
Dan seems like he's pretty well on his way to kicking him out. I hear
We have to rap.
Why
I don't
Samson in
know
my headset?
if I was listening to that interview right there, I would think that Tony was the point person.
Hey, Jeremy, happy holidays.
Happy Chanukah.
I want to toast you. Actually, I don't. I will toast with you.
Okay.
We're co-workers.
Mm-hmm. Friends, you could say.
No, we cannot say that, but we both enjoy an ice-cold Miller Lite.
That's true.
Especially around the holidays. You know, it's the 50th anniversary of Miller Lite.
It's really amazing. Every time we say that, I can't believe it.
Well, it's crazy because, like, they've basically been partners with the Dan Le Batard show for half of their existence. Wow. When I put it to you that way, we got an old-ass show.
Yeah, we do. That's crazy.
Hey, let's look around at our friends, not each other, and our family, even though they're not here. I do miss your brother, though.
Yeah, I know. I'll bring him back.
And take that first sip. Look around and know that we made the right decision. When it comes to a domestic light lager, Miller Lite is the best. And it's a holiday season, as we mentioned. Why don't you enjoy that holiday season by drinking a beer that won't weigh you down? The original light beer since 1975, still hitting different 50 years later. Brewed for flavor with simple ingredients like malted barley, rich balanced toffee notes, and that iconic golden color that you can see from across the room. The best holiday beers are the ones you don't expect. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. 'Tis Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
The stage is set. The college football playoffs are here. Every snap, every drive, every touchdown, DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 sportsbook for live betting, puts you right in the middle of the action. From real-time wagers to season-ending thrillers, DraftKings keeps you locked in from kickoff to the final whistle. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code DAN. That's code DAN for new customers to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas, pass-through of per-wager tax may apply in Illinois. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast? Smart move. Being financially savvy? Smart move. Another smart move? Having State Farm help you create a competitive price when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Dan Le Batard. Stugotz.
Every cup game. And what?
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
I want to backtrack here for a second on something that we were talking about as it related to Chris Paul, because there's been some sound I've been wanting to get to since Monday that I've not been able to get to, which is since Pablo Torre ruined the Clippers, there is not a whole lot of interesting going on around the Clippers that is positive. It's mostly negative. And we have sound here of Clippers announcers during a game, okay? They do not talk about the game. You guys tell me if you know what it is that's going on in the game. Their job is to talk about the action in the game. But I think they are in this Lou Riddick chuckle fuck situation where the Pittsburgh-Miami game was so bad that they end up at the end just doing Mike Ryan's propaganda because the game wasn't close and they just had to talk about other things, and a fine thing to talk about would be the debate, the sports debate around the University of Miami.
These guys, these Clippers broadcasters just get into some debate about some trivia question. We don't even have the trivia question. They're reacting to some previous trivia question, and they go about 3 minutes hardly even referencing the game at all.
So I go back to that trivia question that you sprung on me. Ambushed is a better word. The trios in the NBA.
I didn't ambush. What was an ambush?
So the whole premise of the question was way off.
No, it was not. Verbatim. No. You tell me. No, I'm not telling you.
Zoo wheels inside.
You tell me exactly what I asked you.
What was the first trio of family members?
I didn't say what was the first. I didn't say that.
The last?
I didn't say that.
Go ahead, then give me the question.
Nope.
Because I'll tell you where it's off.
Okay. Would it be Mr. Main Event? That was his big name. Get it? No, you don't.
I do get it.
Why?
Well, you could go one of two ways. Boxing had a main event. Also, a little thing called the WWF.
There are players running back and forth that they're
you
not.
can do the sneakers.
But that's what I'm saying. See,
trying to
now
listen
you
to
want
the
to twist my
Was it
question.
play on words?
No. I just asked you.
So give me the question.
No, I'm not getting. See, that's what I'm waiting on.
Give me the question.
I forgot it. Sorry, it's out of my memory.
Because your premise is inaccurate, and that's the whole reason that it threw off my equilibrium.
So you just can't say you didn't know. You were wrong.
Ask me the question.
I didn't. I don't know how I asked it.
Just give me the topic.
It was name it was a trio. Right? Family members. Yeah. 3. I said 3.
And that's why the whole thing is erroneous.
What? It's 3.
For flying controls. I'm going to let you marinate in this for just a moment. So you said trio.
And you kept going duo.
Well,
no, you kept
I said duo.
You said duo.
Because the answer isn't the Berries. You have Rick Berry, John Berry, our favorite Berry, Brent Berry, and then
the same team.
The youngest brother, Drew Berry.
I said same team.
I don't recall that.
Oh yeah, so that's why it was the Nance.
That's why I completely
No. You didn't listen. I said they played for the same team.
Christie in the corner for 3.
That's the first game action.
Max Christie. You see what I'm saying? That's what threw you off. Because you had duo, but you didn't have trio for the same team. Just admit it, man. It's okay. So I'm gonna put a button on this. You were going to say the 4 Berries that played in the league, right? I asked you specifically for the same team or franchise. I mean,
maybe
we got the tape.
Maybe you did. We're not going to roll
it. So remember that when one of your boys has something and they use it.
Good word for Monday.
Why do we put a button on things? Why is there a button put on things?
I don't think we do. We put a bow on it.
Put a pin in it?
Is it a pin? So he said, but he did say, I'm going to put a button on this.
Maybe just a button.
You put a bow when you're done with it.
You button
put
it
a
up.
pin if you're just like not done yet.
You got to go back to
a pin is I want to continue.
Yeah. That's
a
also
bow,
when you send someone your location.
He meant bow.
So a pin is like a bookmark. Putting a pin in it is something you come back to. Putting a bow on it is something that's finished. But what happens when you put a button on it?
He meant bow.
Okay.
You close it?
So, but is there not a button put on it? There's not. It's just he might have meant bow. I don't know what he meant because they described no part of the game. I'm hoping that was radio. I think there were like 9 3-pointers made while they were arguing about that.
To put a button on it comes from the theater world, where it means to add a final touch to a scene or provide closure, a sense of completion. It's been used since at least the 1930s.
I don't believe it.
Okay, but that doesn't really explain. Like, while I know what it means to put a button on something, and he did use it correctly.
So on brand for Jeremy with that correction.
Well, it wasn't correction. He was trying to add, but all he did was explain something I already knew. I want to know why the button was put on it. So is the button the last thing that gets put on a costume? Is it the final?
I'm on it.
Yeah, I just was curious about that. Thank you. I appreciate you moving us off of that.
We got to wrap, Dan. We got to wrap.
We were going to stay on that sound longer than they bickered.
We got to wrap, Tony. We got to wrap.
It's like, what the hell did I do?
I am going.
We have to wrap.
I want you guys. I want you guys to get for me, okay? Everyone involved with marketing at Red Baron Pizza so that I can have a conversation with them after the show to explain to me how it is that they thought that was the way to handle
How
that
do they think that's
situation.
appropriate?
We have to wrap.
It's a live show. Let me just go on the intercom here and tell someone named Tony, which we learned was Spice, it's time to wrap. That bothers me. I hate that.
We are getting to the bucket here, the Dentec bucket. I will remind everybody to put their mouthpieces in, and I will remind everybody listening to this that if you have any headaches in the morning, if you do not know that you're grinding your teeth while you sleep at night, Dentec is a way to alleviate that. I know this because it was happening to me, and I was able to get some headaches out of my life that I didn't even know were happening because I was grinding my teeth.
That's right, Dan. The bucket is presented by Dentec's Ultimate Fantasy Football Punishment. Learn more and sign your league up at dentec.com.
Jeremy, what did you pick there?
So I never thought that I would have a team playing the Cleveland Browns that I want to put back. But this is the Titans, so I'm putting it back.
We have to wrap.
They are 4.5-point underdog at Cleveland. By the way, the one of the helmets or some of the helmets that you'd like, Carolina, the Giants, New England, and San Francisco are on a bye. You picked the Colts. The Colts
I've
are
got the
at
Colts
the
at the
Jags.
Jags.
They're a 2.5-point favorite at
I'll
the
take
Jags.
it.
Jags are frisky, Dan. The Jigs.
Colts favorite on the road. The money does not believe in the Jags because they continue to be underdogs in games at home, even though they've got an 8-4 record.
You know the Colts haven't won in Jacksonville since 2014?
I did not know that.
You know who the quarterbacks were? Andrew Luck and Chad Henne.
I know Spiro Didish was there for it.
We have to wrap.
New York Giants. That sounds bad.
I think they're on a bye.
Ooh.
Yeah, Dan said they're on a bye.
Giants got a bye. Congratulations.
Put that back.
No one is happy for you.
Here we go. Let's see what I got here. I got the Dallas Cowboys tonight in a game that is a live or die game on Thursday Night Football. It's a do or die game, Daniel. I don't know.
They are a 3.5-point dog against Detroit. Look at their schedule, by the way. This is their last hard game, and furthermore, they have the potential to win out and not make the playoffs.
Yeah, but the thing is, if Detroit loses, I think they're on a similar path where they're out of the playoffs too. So it's like, can Dallas win and maybe get some help to go to the playoffs, or is Detroit going to lose and get out of the playoffs? I'm gonna put that one back. Too high of stakes.
A 3.5-point dog.
Yeah, too high of stakes in that game. I got him again, so it doesn't matter. We got to wrap.
I don't think that we're supposed to. This has happened to me a couple of times. I think we're supposed to take that helmet out and keep it out.
No,
I don't think
that's why you put it back for that possibility. We've only done this for 10 years.
I got the Eagles. They are at
They're at the Chargers, and they're a 3.5-point favorite at the Chargers.
Justin Herbert had surgery on his non-throwing hand. He's going to play in the game.
right now.
Why are you doing the Steph Curry mouth guard thing?
I
Put that shit in your mouth.
Packers.
The Packers are...
Big game against the Bears, Dan.
Oh, that is a big game.
Okay, bigger favorite. I'll take it.
So the Packers and the Bears play a meaningful game. Man, it's been a long time since both of these teams were good at the same time.
6.5 points is a big line.
Maybe since Smoking Jay.
So the Bears are...
I had the Cardinals. I don't even have to look. I'm throwing that shit back.
Okay, you're not looking even, and the Cardinals are at home against the Rams, and they're an 8.5-point dog.
I got the Rams.
And the Rams, that's much better.
Remember that Caleb Haney playoff game?
I do not remember that game.
Packers Bears. Caleb Haney came in.
The Titans, I know I don't want that.
At the Browns.
The Panthers have a bye, so I got a bye.
They're playing good ball too, Dan.
Their season is over. I've been saying that since they beat the Dolphins. They beat the Dolphins, and I proclaimed their season over. And the Carolina Panthers are now 7-6. They have a chance to win the division. That's the only way to do it, right? They're not going to get into the playoffs. The disparity between the AFC and the NFC is something to behold. The 49ers are what right now at 9-4? They are a 5 seed or a 6 seed? Where are they?
They're third in their own division.
There's a reason Chevy trucks are known for their dependability, because they show up no matter the weather, push forward no matter the terrain, and deliver. That's why Chevrolet has earned more dependability awards for trucks than any other brand in 2025, according to J.D. Power. Because in every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard. Visit Chevy.com to learn more. Chevrolet received the highest total number of awards among all the trucks in the J.D. Power 2025 U.S. Vehicle Dependability Study. Awards based on 2022 models. Newer models may be shown. Visit JDPower.com/awards for more details. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Game's over. Time to check my fantasy scores.
You using a VPN?
Why?
Because using public Wi-Fi without a VPN is like leaving your wallet open on the table.
Oh. Time to up my defense.
McAfee Secure VPN keeps your personal information private and is included in all McAfee plans starting at just $39.99 for your first year. Sign up at McAfee.com/online protection.
Right now, get up to 20% off select online storage solutions. Put heavy-duty HDX totes to good use, protecting what's important to you. The solid, impact-resistant design prevents cracking, and the clear base and sides make items easy to find, even when the totes are stacked. Find select online shelving and tote storage up to 20% off at the Home Depot to organize every room in your home, from your garage to your attic. Visit HomeDepot.com. How doers get more done.
Dan Le Batard.
No one else here is willing to do a Trump or a Biden.
That's not true, Dan.
Okay, Tony, you can catch
Man of 1,000 impersonations. That's not bad, man.
Finally.
Terrible. Pretty good.
Stugotz.
Yours is terrible. You just got to get a little redder, a little pinker. You're right there, man.
Yours is not. You're biting.
What do you mean?
Oh, his is good. That's
Dan.
actually not
His
bad.
is not terrible.
That's not terrible.
We got to come together.
A little southern
little
twang
Bush.
there.
A little George Bush in that one.
This is the Dan Le Batard Show with the Stugotz.
The 49ers are 9-4. They have done what they always do, no matter how injured they are.
They're the 7th seed. They're hanging on.
Okay, so they're the 7th seed at 9-4, while the Bengals at 4-8 have a chance to get in the playoffs in the AFC if they win their division. The only way for Carolina to actually make the playoffs, and the reason I keep saying their season is over, is because that team does not have a legitimate chance to do anything if they get into the playoffs. No team from that division does, including the Bucs. But why? Where are we on the idea of the Carolina Panthers chasing down the Bucs? I see a lot of people on television these days looking at schedules. The Colts schedule is an apocalypse the rest of the way. They've got too many difficult games.
Panthers beat the Rams last week.
The best team in football. They beat the best team in football last week.
All right, look. Yes, they did. And they've played well at home, and they beat the Falcons 30-0 at home. They beat the Rams, though, because the Rams had 3 turnovers, and that's not a team that ever turns the ball over. You hadn't had Matthew Stafford throw an interception in 10 weeks.
So no credit to them for forcing them to look like that. They forced turnovers.
I believe that turnovers are largely lucky. There are some instances. For example, the Jets have been bad this year, at least in part because before last week, I think they'd caused 1 turnover. But I don't actually think the causing of turnovers is an ability. You go ahead and look at, for example, go ahead and help me this year with the randomness of football turnovers, given that I thought that the Jets and the Steelers were going to have good defenses this year because they had good defenses last year. But I don't actually believe that unless you have a pass rush, like unless you have what they have in Denver, I don't believe that turnovers are a recreatable thing. For example, that Chiefs-Dallas game, that got decided with the Cowboys winning. You tell me whether you think the turnover, the fumble at the end of the game that the Cowboys did not actually lose, you think that that's an ability what Turpin did there?
Well, the Carolina's top 10 in turnovers, but yes, I think that you force turnovers. I think you prepare for weeks on end for an opponent. You see something in film, and you execute a game plan. I do think, there's sometimes a ball slips out of a hand, but that's not what happened against the LA Rams. They forced those turnovers. They played really well.
Or you're playing against that Lamb man. You know about that Lamb man?
Yo, stop asking me if I know about that Lamb man.
So let's examine this for a second, because I do believe there is a large element of luck with forced turnovers everywhere except where it regards pass rush. Because if you have pass rush that you can get, that is a disruption that is something that can be forced upon the other team. It can also make your secondary a great deal better, because if you have pass rush, we all know what that is. But I am not that impressed with Carolina's pass rush. They were good against the Rams. I thought Stafford had a bad game. And I don't think that Carolina forced that upon him, and the Rams still scored 28 points in the game.
The thing is about NFL, like, it's a weird game. The ball is weird. Weird things happen. It was just one of those games for the Rams, like things didn't click, and they had all their pieces there, and it just didn't happen.
I mean,
like, it is what it is.
You're kind of in a roundabout way talking about what's happening with the college football playoff. You're just projecting assumptions and macro data points when they played a game on the field, and their pass rush was effective, and they forced turnovers in that game, and that's why we have competitive athletics.
They also won at Green Bay. So when you talk about like only being good at home, they did win on the road at a team that's going to be pretty high up in the playoffs. And the thing that you bank on if you're the Panthers is the same thing that you're banking on actually if you're the Bears, which is we have not one but 2 different running backs we can go to. The reason they beat the Rams is because they ran the ball, They ran the ball 40 times. 5 times with Bryce Young, but 17 carries for Chuba Hubbard, 18 carries for Rico Dowdle. And when you can control the possessions that way and not turn the ball over, you have a chance to turn out on the other side of the turnover margin.
On the other side of the coin, though, they lost to the Bills 40-9, and they lost to the Patriots 42-13.
AFC.
So it's like, where are you in the hierarchy of, are you a good team? Are you a bad team? If you create turnovers and you can run the ball okay, you're a little bit better, but then when you have a team that plays really good offense, you kind of suck.
They're an execution team, and they're lining up against these teams with a talent disparity. And yes, it's about limiting the opponent's possessions, because the more possessions they get, the more likely they are to score points. So you try to control the game, and you stick to a game plan. Again, this is why we play the games.
They have a couple of games against the Bucs in the last 5 games that will end up deciding that division. But I do think when we talk about the analysis around some of this, I'd like to explore this with you guys, okay? Small samples, right? 13 games played, you're 7-6. We all know that all the football games are close. Go look at Arizona's schedule and how many games they've lost by 1, 2, 3, or 4 points. Just go look at Arizona. And if you think one score winning is an ability, you explain to me why the Chiefs were great at it last year and are terrible at it this year, when we all know that the Chiefs are great. We've seen over the last few years they are consistently great. So I believe that part of the problem that happens with football analysis is you get small samples, you get a whole lot of randomness, and you get what I'm talking about with forced turnovers, which are not recreatable. Like, I don't think if a team causes 16 turnovers this year, returns all its starters on defense next year, that they then can create 16 turnovers again next year.
It was Dallas a couple years ago where they had this incredible defense and had like 30 different turnovers throughout the season. The next year, they returned basically all of their starters except maybe a couple, and then we're a laughingstock defense.
Cardinals have lost 7 games by 4 points or less.
I don't disagree with what Dan is saying about one-score games and them being a trait. But if you look at the teams that they've lost one-score games to, they're all excellent teams. And late-game execution usually comes down to who can execute better, who's more talented. And if you compare that to last year, the problem why everyone was saying, look out for these Chiefs, they might be inflated, is they were doing those one-score games and getting those dubs against teams that were inferior to them. This year, not the case.
You're right. In a way, but when you say late game execution matters, there's no team in the sport that I trust more with late game execution right now than the Rams. And what happened at the end of that game is, oh look, Stafford's fumbling because he didn't see that coming from the blind side, and that never happens to them.
Yeah, it's a great sport.
It's also a random sport.
Yeah, there's some randomness to it. We've talked about how the ball isn't round. Sometimes there is randomness. Sometimes there's a bad call. But there's also days and weeks and months of preparation for an opponent on how do you strategize to stop somebody. It's awesome.
It is awesome, and you can increase some probabilities, but turnovers are super random. And if you don't think the defense is recreatable from one year to the next, if you return all your starters, I don't know how you would think that turnovers are recreatable from one year to the next when you need guys to fumble. Yet, like, you need to punch the ball correctly in order to get a fumble. You can prepare, you can try, but you are ignoring that the other team is also preparing to not fumble.
Forced turnovers, historically, not something that carries over year after year. Teams can get hot. There is randomness at play, but I'm not in the headquarters of the Carolina Panthers, but I'd imagine the majority of those forced turnovers were the byproduct of preparation and execution.
So you say this, and I know we want to talk about preparation and execution, but Michael Jackson, the guy who had the pick six, is also the guy who allowed the Puka Nacua catch. How do you prepare for that Puka Nacua catch?
You can't.
But how do you prepare for, I'm going to throw it at Puka's right wrist and he's going to catch it with the back of his right wrist? Like, what are you preparing for?
I mean, he executed. It's just Puka executed better. I mean, it was great. It was
great D better O, Dan. Yeah. You know that saying, great D better O.
Yes, I know that saying, but I am simply maintaining that I don't believe that in many instances that turnovers are a thing that you can prepare for and execute unless you're playing against Max Brosmer or Bromer or whatever his name.
Or whatever his name is.
Whatever his name is.
May we never speak it again.
So Seattle prepared for Brosmer panicking, getting caught by the arm, and simply flipping it straight to a Seattle Seahawk.
No, but they prepared for a first start quarterback, and hey, let's throw hell at him and see how he reacts, and that's how he reacted.
Poorly.
Not a good reaction.
You're dead set on believing that there is some outfit out there that can create a great many fumbles. You're outside of pass rush, which is quarterback strip sacks and all that stuff where you're just getting to the quarterback. You believe there's another scenario where
I'm not going to discount it as all random. No, I think that there are teams that are coach this.
I'm not discounting it as all random, but I think there's a lot of random in it.
We have to wrap, Tony.
What does Zyn give you? Not just smoke-free nicotine satisfaction, but real freedom. Freedom to do what you love and choose your rewards. With Zyn Rewards, you can redeem points for premium tech, outdoor gear, and gift cards to your favorite retailers. Find your Zyn and keep finding rewards that fit your lifestyle at zyn.com/rewards. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.